Awesome, Nintendo Switch 2 has finally been confirmed. I'm super excited. This is something that we've been needing for a while. A nice firmware upgrade. Oh, what's that? Is that a new Mario Kart? Oh my god, I've been waiting for this for 10 years! Quite possibly the best launch title you could possibly have for a Nintendo console is a Mario Kart title. Their biggest selling franchise, though it's also one they seem to not like making games for, since the main Mario Kart game for a while has been Mario Kart 8, a game that came out for the Wii U in 2013. It's been over 10 years since that game initially released, and when the Switch came out, they just added a couple of battle courses and a couple of new characters. It didn't really change a whole lot of that. It is a nice quality of life upgrade, but the fact that they've just been keeping that same game just because it sells well is kind of annoying. Most companies would just make new games if the game sells well, but Nintendo's like, fuck that, we're just going to keep Mario Kart 8, which is fine. Mario Kart 8 is definitely one of the best in the series, but it is also nice to see new courses. New courses that aren't just taken from the fucking mobile game, Nintendo. Please don't do that. I guess it is just easy to do it that way, but whatever. Today I want to talk about the returning courses. Since character-wise and new courses tracks, there's not much to say. Character-wise, it seems like they're bringing back a crap ton of characters, and what looks like to be 24 characters at one race. It seems like there are really plenty of characters to be there. It looks like a lot of the classic returning characters, including some ones that are just new to the series, are returning, so that's pretty cool. Maybe Pinkle Peach will make the cut. Or maybe she won't. Who knows? Anyway. And new tracks, who knows what they'll do. We got Radiator Springs, apparently, which looks cool. But other than that, they could do anything they want. They can go crazy if they want. Who knows? I like to keep surprising new courses. But retro tracks, something I can predict. Because why not? And I might be completely wrong, but let's have some fun with it. Back in the day, how I will be doing this prediction for each of the retro tracks is going to be pretty simple. Basically, in the older Mario Kart games, they would take retro tracks and they would not repeat them for the next Mario Kart game. So if Mario Circuit 1 was picked for Mario Kart DS, which is the first game to do it, then it wouldn't reappear in the next game. The only exception I'm going to do is for Mario Kart Tour and the Booster Course stuff, mostly because the Booster Course tracks are kind of half-assed remake ports of the mobile game Mario Kart Tour, which is fine for the most part, but it definitely can be a little annoying seeing your favorite course, mine being Daking Mountain, be kind of lame as hell in Mario Kart 8, but the fact that it should look really good based on the other courses, but whatever. It's not something to hold water over, but some of them I feel like they could do a lot better in a Mario Kart 9, rather than just, like I said, porting over the mobile game. So that's another reason why I'm not counting the Booster Course, plus it uses a lot of courses. Though I will be mainly trying to focus on ones that have never gotten this time in the spotlight, and a lot of them are actually pretty good from each of the games. And so yeah, I thought it'd be fun to pick each from one of the courses here. Since Mario Kart Retro Tracks have always had 4 cups, there will be the most even one amount would be 2 for each game. However, seeing as this game probably big like Mario Kart 8 was, and the fact we're going to have 24 characters makes us think they might have more, so there might be 8 retro track courses for each of the games. But how I'll do this is I'll have 2 main for each games and 2 backups. So basically, if they have 4 tracks for each game, for each of the 8 cups that possibly might be there, that'll be that. Or the more likely thing is 2 tracks, or they don't even have unique ones. Only Mario Kart DS had an even amount of track picks from each of the games. But other than that, they don't usually aren't even. But we're not going to do that. We're going to be nice, fair to each of the Mario Kart games. We're not going to be biased to like Mario Kart 64, for example. Super Mario Kart will also have its time in the sun. Because why not? What's wrong with that? So yeah, I'll be picking 2 main ones and 2 backup ones, basically. And we'll see how well I do when Mario Kart 9 comes out. So starting with Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. The first of the main picks for Super Mario Kart is going to be Choco Island 1. This one's kind of obvious. The chocolate theming is pretty cool. Well, being pretty barren in the Super Nintendo game, it could be remade to be pretty cool. So yeah, it's a pretty basic track, but just the chocolate theming alone, you can make these prop pants like chocolate characters, as well as the background being like chocolate bars maybe. Oh, there's a lot of potential here. Chocolate Island 2 was redone in Mario Kart DS. But yeah, Chocolate Island 1, it deserves a remake. Of course, it did appear Super Circuit and Mario Kart Tour, but I do not count those as part of the main track record. Yeah, I think this one would be pretty cool, a nice makeover. Even Choco Island 2, like I said, it was in Mario Kart DS. They didn't do a whole lot of that course back then. So yeah, Choco Island 1, definitely be a cool course to see come back. The next of the main Super Mario Kart course I would use is Kua Beach 1. Because, well, it's a cool beach theme. It doesn't have a lot going on for it, but definitely in a remake, you definitely see that grass area and the islands being used pretty more uniquely. Yeah, the reason I chose these 2 courses is because they're fun, but they're also pretty unique for Mario Kart. So, Super Mario Kart, I should say, not Mario Kart in general. Obviously, they're not that unique. Especially since there's a lot of bland courses in Super Mario Kart. It's a game that's fine, but yeah, these two courses are definitely the strongest ones, but there's definitely other ones that haven't been remade either. So let's go take a look at those too. The two extra tracks I would also probably want to include for Super Mario Kart is going to be Mario Circuit 4, which is the last of the Mario Circuits, and also the one that hasn't been ported over, unlike the other three. And the Mario Circuits are pretty solid in this game, and Mario Circuit 4 is no exception. There's a lot of sharp turns and a lot of angles. Keeping that classic Super Nintendo look would definitely be pretty interesting to see. So yeah, this is definitely one that I could definitely see being in the game, even more over Koopa Beach than one now I think about it. But any of these four could be really interchangeable. I just chose the two main because I think they have a unique design. But yeah, I think Mario Circuit 4 probably might take Koopa Beach as one spot. It's a pretty cool looking track, and definitely see this one being remade to perfection. They did so. Anyway, let's go on to the other pick that I would choose, which is Bowser Castle 1, because why not? It's a pretty simple course with a little bit of a U-bend in the middle and pointless little panels to the side there, but there's a lot of interesting jumps and a lot of thwomps. And the one time the Mario Kart Bowser Castle was rebrought for Super Mario Kart into a new game, which is actually in the booster course, actually one of the better ones. That was a really fun track, and I can see them doing a lot with this one. For some reason, they really like this, the GBA Bowser Castles tracks, even though I'm not a big fan of them. But yeah, it makes sense to bring back the original Bowser Castle track because, well, Bowser Castle is a main running theme in the Mario Kart series, so why not bring back the first ever one from Super Mario Kart? So yeah, I think it's a pretty solid pick. It's not a bad course either, other than those weird, I don't know what the hell those little sections of the road are for. Anyway, this is the end for Super Mario Kart, though we'll be picking something else, which is a battle track. Yeah, each game will pick out a battle track as well. The 2D Mario Karts don't have the best battle court maps, so I just picked out one of the two. And for the Super Mario Kart, of the two that haven't been picked, I chose Battle Course number 2, which has beach theming. In a remake, I definitely see this area being a lot better. In fact, it actually doesn't look too bad on the screen here for what you see. It's pretty basic, like a lot of the other Super Nintendo and GBA battle tracks, but overall, it's an okay pick. I'm only picking out one battle course from each game, and that might not be the favorite one since some of the favorites have already been picked, but you know what? Who cares about Super Mario Kart's battle mode? Let's go on to Mario Kart 64's main tracks. 64, there's only really one pick, because there's literally only one course they haven't used from this game. For some reason, they have a lot of favoritisms towards Mario Kart 64, which I don't really understand, since, yeah, while it did bring the series into 3D, I feel like other Mario Kart entries are better. Not that I have any problem with Mario Kart 64, I like all the games, or the Mario Kart Tour, that one sucks. But yeah, this is one of the courses I don't understand why they haven't remade. In Mario Kart 64, it's just an okay track, mostly because it's in Mario Kart 64, and some of the physics and some of the wonkiness don't really translate over very well. But definitely in a remake, this definitely could work. They actually remade the DS version of Mario Kart Wario Stadium over the N64 one, which is kind of confusing. I don't know, this course has a lot of potential of being really cool. I mean, Waluigi Stadium and the Mario Kart DS's version of Wario Stadium are pretty cool. Just replace all the weird Wario faces and you got a pretty cool track. Just get rid of that jump that you can fail, which is a pretty bad design. But yeah, Wario Stadium is an easy pick that I can see being pretty cool in a remake, especially in Mario Kart 9. And since it's the only N64 track they haven't used, it makes sense. Now, for the other N64 tracks, to figure out which ones do I want to pick, and which based off of how little they've been used in the other games. So yeah, let's see what I figured out would be the best ones. You might disagree with me, but we'll see. And the other course I picked is Moo Moo Farms, who's only appeared in Mario Kart DS. The reason I picked this one is because obviously the Mario Kart DS remakes of especially N64 and GameCube ones weren't the best. And Moo Meadows in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is amazing, and in Wii it's also great too. So imagine the original Moo Moo Farms getting revamped. This one's pretty basic course, nothing too special. Just cows in the background and Monty Mole's there. You're basically just driving in a circle, going under bridges sometimes. However, with giving it the nice aesthetic remake of the Moo Meadows, you just could definitely bring this course a lot more vibes. And, you know, since it's only been in Mario Kart DS, I can definitely see them making this a very beautiful track. It's nice and quaint, but I can see a nice makeover giving this course just that lovely farm aesthetic that it was originally going for. For the two extra tracks, I'm choosing DK's Jungle Parkway. The reason I'm choosing this is that one, it's only appeared in Mario Kart Wii, as well as the fact that it's probably my favorite course in Mario Kart 64. It has a beautiful aesthetic and a lot of cool terrain options. It's definitely one of the best jungle courses Mario Kart's ever produced. I love the little shootout over the bow. I love the people throwing boulders at you if you go out of bounds, the little bridge, the little cave. It's just a fun course. And since it's only reappeared in Mario Kart 6 Wii, it's a pretty good choice, I feel like. And the last course I'd probably have for Mario Kart 64 is Banshee Boardwalk. This course has only reappeared in Mario Kart DS and never again, and is a course that isn't too great in the base Mario Kart game. It's basically just a remake of the Super Nintendo Ghost House tracks where you're on a boardwalk. It has a little bit more going on in those tracks by obviously adding a third dimension, a giant fish that jumps out at you, and of course the little area where you go through the little house with all the bats. It's pretty basic, though I definitely can see a nice makeover giving this one a nice coat of paint. Though there's a lot of Ghost House courses in that are like this boardwalk theme, so this makes it less unique. Though at the same time, I can definitely see this one getting a fresh coat of paint could definitely make it a much better course than it was originally. So yeah, that's why I chose Banshee Boardwalk, since it definitely seemed to have the less appeal of the other courses, and I definitely see a lot of potential in it with a nice coat of paint. The only course from Mario Kart 64's Battle Mode that hasn't been picked out is Double Decker, and it looks like a pretty interesting course. I haven't really played Battle Mode actually ever on Mario Kart 64, or maybe I should. I don't really have a lot of people to play it with, so yeah, but this course definitely looks like a fun battle course. Ideally, I'll probably choose the fan favorite Block Fortress, but you know, if we're going based off what hasn't been used, this one hasn't been used, and I don't see why it hasn't. I have no idea why they chose Skyscraper or the Big Donut over this one, but the world may never know. Starting with Mario Kart Super Circuit, the first course I'm going to pick is the Mario Kart Super Circuit's version of Rainbow Road. It seems that at least one Rainbow Road gets revamped, and this one definitely seems like a good choice. Of course, there's other options like Double Dash and DS, but I like this one best out of those three. I like the little bouncy rails, I like the unique turns, I like the Bowser Sky Fortress, and a remake of this could definitely be pretty cool to look at. I like pretty much like all the Rainbow Roads, but this one I definitely has more appeal than the other two that haven't been remade yet. Mario Kart, the booster course, definitely remade a lot of the courses, but this one, I like this one. It's pretty unique, and I thought, hey, let's start out Super Circuit with a pretty cool course. The next course I chose was Yoshi Desert, and I chose this one because I like it. Some of the desert courses aren't the best in Mario Kart, but Yoshi Desert definitely is pretty cool. The background alone is pretty cool. The unique Yoshi Sphinx there, as well as the little oasis in the middle of this course. It definitely is a fun, and I can definitely see a pretty cool remake for this. It has a lot going on for it in the little GBA screen. Mario Super Circuit's a pretty underrated game in my opinion. It definitely elevates the Super Mario Kart formula in the 2D aspect. It doesn't feel held back by that. I like the game a lot. I mean, I can see this one looking really great in the remake in 3D. So yeah, Yoshi Desert is another course that I would pick. A Lakeside Park is probably interchangeable with some of the other ones. Like I said, I do have like two main ones, I guess, but not really. I wouldn't mind any of the four ones I pick for these to be the two they get picked in. This one is definitely a pretty cool one. Lakeside Park, we saw Riverside Park the booster pass, and that's pretty cool. Lakeside Park's even cooler because you're in the jungle with volcanoes erupting and hitting at you of me. I guess erupting. I'm about to say meteors, but they're not meteors. You know, volcanic ash and stuff like that, and rocks. It's pretty cool. And Mario Kart Super Circuit does a pretty cool thing where the courses change over time, and yeah, that is really neat. And Lakeside Park's pretty cool. It's nice. I would like to see this in the new Mario Kart 9. Definitely one I would like to pick. Now, I know I wasn't trying to pick out any courses that reappeared in the booster pack, because it's pretty recent, but Sunset Wilds has to be one of them, because we waited a long time to get a remake of this course, since it's one of the best courses in Super Circuit, and see how bad it was in the booster course, because of the mobile port version of it. It doesn't even have the sunset feature. It just misses everything about it that made this course great. It's just awful, and I would love to see an actual version of this course be remade, and not just that half-ass attempt. So that's the main reason why I have this one here, because it's such a good course, and the fact it got such a lame remake is what makes me mad. It doesn't really make me that mad, but I was going to put Broken Pier, but Broken Pier is kind of lame. That's why they never brought it back. But this course definitely should be brought back and remade better. All right. For the Battle Mode track, I'm choosing Battle Course 2, which I think I chose Battle Course 2 for Super Nintendo 1 too. This one definitely looks the most unique, with a nice cross-grid section with a Bowser Castle overlay. So that would definitely be unique for Battle Courses. I don't know if any of them actually... there actually hasn't been a Bowser Castle themed one other than this one. So yeah, Battle Course 2 from Super Circuit is a pretty easy choice for me, since it also hasn't been used, and it looks pretty cool. Alright, we're going to my favorite Mario Kart game, Mario Kart Double Dash. I am biased because it's the first game I ever played in my life, I believe. Actually, not really. It's the first console game I ever played. And I gotta pick Mushroom City. I'm surprised this course never got brought back to a Mario Kart game, because it's such a fun concept. We've had some city courses before, but this one feels the right amount of chaotic. It's got a nice nighttime aesthetic. It's got that great city music that's also in Mushroom Bridge. But it's more chaotic. There's actually a little bit of alternate pathways too. There's cars everywhere. There's a floating item box coming at you. It mixes the chaotic energy in Mario Kart Double Dash super well, and it'll be really cool to see this one brought back, because I just love it so much. It's just a cool course I can't believe they never brought it back. It's so cool. Come on, Nintendo, bring this one back, please. The other course I would bring back is Wario Coliseum, another one that hasn't been brought back. I know it said Wario Stadium, and now we're doing Wario Coliseum. Well, I mean, this was pretty obvious. It's like an upgrade from Wario Stadium. It's a whole ass Coliseum that Wario has. It's very unique in Double Dash as it has 2 laps rather than 3. It's so big as you basically go down this gauntlet of steel ramps that Wario's constructed out of this old Coliseum, because Wario, I guess, has a giant ego. I mean, I already knew that. But yeah, this one is cool. You go from ramps, jump over giant steel domes that you actually go down later on in the course. It's such a cool track and definitely needs to be brought back. Come on, Nintendo. Next up is Luigi's Circuit. Now, I know this one has reappeared, and there's 2 Double Dash tracks that haven't, being the Bowser Castle and Rainbow Road, but you know what? I don't think those courses are that great. Bowser Castle isn't bad, but Mario Kart Double Dash Rainbow Road is not that fun, in my opinion, and I'd rather have other Rainbow Road than that. And yeah, I decided to do Luigi Circuit since it only appeared in Mario Kart DS, and it's a really fun stage. It's a great opening stage. It's got that chaotic energy Double Dash is known for, especially since the road conjoins, going back and forth between the players, rushing through each other, which can happen, and the change out there. I like it. Plus, it's got Luigi's Mansion from Luigi's Mansion, the good one, which, I mean, that's made no sense. It's the mansion you get when you're getting the good ending. I don't think there is a difference between Luigi's Mansion games like that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Tip. Also, Bias is the first ever Mario Kart track I ever raced on, so yeah, I like this Luigi Circuit a lot, and yeah, I also see other people say this would be cool one to race on, especially with 24 players going at you at one point. It would be pretty cool. So I'm going to show my bias here, because, yeah, whether I could choose other picks, I decided that I'm going to go for DK Mountain, because this is my favorite Mario Kart track of all time. I love DK Mountain, because it's such a cool adventure you go on. You start off going up a hill, then you get shot off a cannon to an angry volcano that shoots rocks down you. You drive down the volcano into a rickety bridge, then you go back and do it all over again. I love this course so much. It's so fun, and the Mario Kart Wii version is also pretty good, but the Booster Course Pack was so disappointing for studying my favorite course, just be butchered like that. It was so lame. I love this course, and that's why I want to see it brought back, even though it's not necessary. Honestly, in this spot, you probably have like a Bowser Castle or the Rainbow Road possibly, but I love this course. I can't help it. I also was tempted to put Yoshi's Circuit and Baby Park, because I love those courses too. I love a lot of Mario Kart Double Dash courses. Baby Park and Yoshi's Circuit, going off my criteria, are very unlikely to come back since they were on the DLC and got a full-on remake in those. But yeah, they are really good courses too. For Battle Map and Double Dash, I didn't have to think too hard about it, because Block City has not been brought back, and this course is great. Now, not maybe as great as Block 4 from Mario Kart 64, but it's such a fun course. You get to hide in little areas. It's pretty open, but also pretty colorful. It's pretty fun. It's not as great as Pipe Plaza, but that one's been used already. So, yeah, if we're going based on one that has been used, I'm not going to choose the GameCube one, because that one's so basic. But this one is definitely a lot of fun. It's actually that little crevice there where you go above from the one section, but you're below another section. I like that a lot. This is a really fun course, and I really hope this one makes it in for getting a Double Dash battle course. Next up is Mario Kart DS, and of course we're doing Figure 8 Circuit, baby! Just kidding, this course is so bland. Of course, I'm not going to put it on the list. Yeah, I know it's haven't been used before, but who the hell wants Figure 8 Circuit from Mario Kart DS? Even Mario Kart DS fans don't want Figure 8 Circuit, because they know there's so much better courses in that game than Figure 8 Circuit. Like, come on. No, the first course I'm picking is a Bowser Castle level. Yes, Bowser Castle DS is my favorite version of Bowser Castle, and I'm not counting Super Nintendo as a Bowser Castle one, even though it is as a main one. So yeah, we're doing a Bowser Castle DS as our main Bowser Castle, and GBA's Rainbow Road as our main Railroad. So fine, yeah, this one has 2 alternate pathways, a lot of cool conveyor belt systems, a lot of great physics, great pillars to go up. There's a lot going on rather than a typical Bowser Castle, which sometimes they have a typical formula. This one definitely has its own unique vibe to it, combining a lot of different elements of Bowser Castles into one great one, including just freezing the screen. Next up is Delfino Square. Of course, it's only been brought back in Mario Kart Wii. This course is based off Mario Sunshine, which makes me like it a lot. But it's just a very nice course where you ride through Pianta Village, basically, and it kind of feels like you're in an Italian village in a weird way. It's first claustrophobic, then you get to a cool bridge that opens and closes. There's like a little waterfront shopping area. It's just a nice course, and there's a nice autumn feel to it. I like it a lot. And I really hope they get brought back. And yeah, I know Rainbow Road and Figure 8 Circuit haven't been brought back from Mario Kart DS, but you know what? I'm playing by my own rules. Those courses Rainbow Road from Mario Kart DS is okay, but Figure 8 Circuit sucks, and I don't see them bringing it back, at least right now. Next up is Airship Fortress. This was in Mario Kart Tour as well as Mario Kart 7. However, I'm bringing it back again because, well, this course is amazing. That's why. And, like I said it before, I know that there's two other courses that could be brought back, and I don't really mind. I don't mind Raymond Road coming back, but Figure Circuit, come on, it sucks. But yeah, Airship Fortress is a pretty great crit track, and I was surprised it didn't make it in the booster pack since it is in Tour. It's just a great track where you basically go through a Mario 3 Airship Fortress as well as going through a broken out Bowser Castle, it looks like. It's a really cool track, and it's fan favorite for a reason because it's just super fun. And the last one I'm going to pick out is Luigi's Mansion, which was in Mario Kart 7. But you know what? This one also deserves to come back because, yeah, the Mario Kart 7 one had a little boost glider, but that's about it. This course is pretty great since, it's based off of Luigi's Mansion, which is a fan favorite game, and there's only one other mansion levels with Ghost theme, which is in Twist Mansion, which I think Luigi's Mansion is a better version of it, at least in my opinion, because there's no weird underwater section. That was kind of weird. Then again, going through mud with the trees is also kind of weird, but hey, it works better. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion is definitely a fun stage and representing a really fun franchise in sub-franchise in Mario that I'm still actually surprised even came out, really. Luigi's Mansion feels so weird, but that's kind of it's a charm to it. I'm glad that Mario Kart has representation for such a fun, unique game. Of the 4 Mario Kart DS battle tracks that have been returned, I'll go with Tart Top because I feel like having just a DS course by itself would just be like playing on a DS and a Switch game would be kind of weird. But yeah, not that I can't see it happening, but Tart Top is definitely a more preferable one. You have to play this little pastry land, and the only way to get item boxes is going through the top ramp there, which just makes it a little risky. It's definitely a fun one to play around with if you play it on the Mario Kart DS. The only problem with Mario Kart DS is battle mode, which will be an issue in Mario Kart 9, is the fact you have to blow up the balloons on the DS microphone, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. Yeah, this course is definitely fun, and I can definitely see it being remade and look just as delicious as you would imagine it back in the DS days. For Mario Kart Wii, I don't even have to say what the first track should be for this game. It's gotta be Toad's Factory, a course that I'm still shocked they didn't put into the main booster course or DLC because it's such a great track. It is pretty basic, really, in shape-wise, but the execution is phenomenal. Because you're playing around in a little factory, all the little toads running around trying to avoid conveyor belts and getting stamped out, falling into the pit, as well as all the little cranes and all this little other stuff that's going on this track. It's crazy, it's chaotic, it's Mario Kart, and this one has to be in Mario Kart 9. They'd be crazy not to put this course there. The next track pick for Mario Kart Wii is Dry Dry Ruins. A unique desert level, well, mostly unique for one of the gimmicks, where there's an inside pyramid you drive in, and every time you go back into it in each lap, it of course fills up. This one might be a little too similar to the Yoshi's Desert from the GBA, so it also has a Yoshi Sphinx, but you know what, I don't care. These tracks are both cool enough, and I can definitely see them remaking the Yoshi Desert to be a little more unique than this one. Unique in a different way, not being the same, if that makes any sense. This one is definitely one of the best desert courses in the game, and definitely would like to see this one come back since it hasn't come back already, and since I think that whole sand filling up the pyramid design is actually a pretty unique one. Though, maybe they can change these little ramp things here, make that a little better, but who knows? We'll see what they do, if they do this course at all. Next up is another course that's been remade is Mario Circuit. Some of the Mario Circuits are kind of bland, but Mario Kart Wii one, has a basic track layout. It's pretty fun. Like the little village in front of Peach's Castle here, it has a unique Disney World-ass vibe that I kind of get into with all the street lamps. It's kind of like a modern but fantasy. Whereas you got the cool chain shop and then the bridge. Definitely one of the better Mario Circuit ones. It's very basic in design like a lot of Mario Circuits are, but it has a very nice theming. That I think this makes this one stand out a bit more from the rest. Since it's come back, it makes sense to bring this back. Of the 2 other Mario Kart Wii courses that I haven't mentioned, I don't think I'm going to pick either one of them because they're really not that interesting. Luigi's Circuit is and I never had the Luigi's Circuit from Mario Kart Double Dash, and the Bowser Castle is also just okay. So nothing too special there. So I'm going to pick out one of the courses that has returned in another game, and that course will be Moon View Highway. I was about to pick Coconut Mall, then I realized this course has only reappeared in the booster pack, so that's why I choose Moon View Highway. Yeah, I love Coconut Mall, but it's definitely appeared in another Mario Kart 7, and I would love to get that one a better revamp than it did in the booster pack, but you know what, Moonview Highway, it definitely deserves a full-on treatment. This is definitely one of the greatest Mario Kart tracks, where you're driving on a highway in part of the city at night, with a nice moon in the background. It's beautiful. I like night city tracks, if you couldn't tell, based on my love of Mushroom City from Double Dash as well. This course is great. And yeah, it is in the booster pack, so that shouldn't really count that much. But you know what? I don't care. I want a full-on remake. I don't want a half-ass mobile version of it. I want the full-on thing. I want to see that Princess Peach portrait in full HD, baby. None of the Mario Kart Wii original battle courses have ever come back in another Mario Kart game. Mostly because, I don't know, Mario Kart 7 decided not to bring any of them back, and Mario Kart 8 decided to be weird with their battle course originally. But yeah, Mario Kart 8 has some pretty cool original ones, and obviously I'm going to choose Fucky Stadium. Purely because, look at this course, and tell me you don't want this course to come back. Look me straight in the eye and tell me that Fucky Stadium deserves not to come back as a battle course. If you say that to me, then you're wrong. That's all I can say. For Mario Kart 7, I think Toad Circuit should sorry, I can't even say that with a straight face. No Toad Circuit for us. Anyway, my pick for Mario Kart 7's first track is going to be Wario Shipyard because, well, there's no other course like Wario Shipyard, where you're going through a broken pirate ship area that's kind of been abandoned, but also has some Wario theming. When I mean Wario theming, I mean it just has Wario's W. So it does make sense, as Mario Land, he does go against pirates. Remember Wario Land? I know some of you Wario Lands fans are out there. But yeah, this course is extremely unique. I love anything to do with like racing on ships, stuff like that. And racing on broken ships, going underwater is really cool. This is a really cool track. It's only in Mario Kart Tour, which I don't count. So of course I'm going to pick Wario Shipyard. But hey, let's give some Daisy some love, and not just Wario, because Daisy Hills is a pretty great track. Though I do love Daisy Cruise from Mario Kart Double Dash. I'd also like to bring that one back, but it really can't. This one's great. You're kind of like in the Swiss Alps area, these hills and these hot air balloons. It's a great opening area track from the game, Mario Kart 7. It really gets you into the game, more so than Toad Circuit does in the first cup, but I digress. Not that Toad Circuit's that bad, just really lame. Not as bad as Figure 8 Circuit, that's for sure. But yeah, this course, this is just amazing to look at. It has been remade, and I can see this one looking extremely well in a new Mario Kart game. It's just begging to be in HD. That's all I can say. It's begging to be in HD. Also from the Mushroom Cup, we got Shy Guy Bazaar, another very unique course from Mario Kart 7 that has to be remade. Because what's better than driving through an old Arabian town with Shy Guys everywhere flying on carpets? That's just a cool concept. And you know what? This is a cool stage. My last pick for Mario Kart 7 track is going to be Maka Woohoo. There's two Woohoo tracks, Woohoo Island tracks in the game. The reason I chose Maka Woohoo is because of this incredibly unique gliding section at the very end, which is always a blast to play. And yeah, both tracks are pretty cool. It's great to see Woohoo Island representation, and it definitely needs to come back, Nintendo. We want Woohoo Island back. So yeah, definitely Maka Woohoo. It has a great sunset theming. That's pretty great. So yeah, that's why I chose this one and not Woohoo Loop, though I wouldn't mind either one of them getting in the game. So yeah, that's Mario Kart 7's tracks, and I'm very happy with the picks. It was pretty easy to choose since, you know, some of them haven't really been used yet. So yeah, it was pretty easy. Mario Kart 7 doesn't have a lot of battle tracks that are unique to the game, and one of them, that is Honeybee Hive, so I thought, hey, why not use this course since, you know, it's kind of unique. We're kind of going for a maze of hives that are based off of Honey Queen, because, you know, Honey Queen is Aaron's favorite Mario Kart character. It'll be funny if Honey Queen comes back. Wouldn't that be cool? I know she's not that, who the hell cares about Honey Queen, but she's such a bizarre character that I would actually like to see her come back. But it doesn't really matter. Anyway, yeah, this course is kind of interesting with kind of maze-like areas. Definitely can see it working pretty well, especially when there's 24 players running around the Honeybee Hive. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, that's why I chose Honeybee Hive. It's a very unique course. It's a battle track course, so why not give it a full-on remake? And finally, we come to Mario Kart 8. This is not the course I'm choosing, by the way, but I got a lot to talk about Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 has a lot of tracks, including its DLC tracks, not including Mario Kart Tour tracks for obvious reasons, and any of the retro tracks, obviously. Mario Kart 8 still has a lot of tracks, and none of them have returned because, you know, it's been the latest Mario Kart game for forever. And who knows, since Mario Kart 8 is backwards compatible with Switch, if we even are going to see some of these tracks reappear. But I'll choose the 4 tracks that I would like to see from Mario Kart 9. Well, actually, you guys would like to see. Though I'm not picking any of the tracks based off a previous franchise. I go to the top 10s, and I went for the top 4, well, technically top 5, since I'm not counting F-Zero's Big Blue, even though it is cool. I'm just mostly focusing on Mario Kart related things, Mario related stuff, not as much Nintendo. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing other Nintendo stuff come back, but I do prefer it sticking more to Mario than other franchises. I don't know. If we were going to do that, I'd rather just be called Super Smash Kart, if that makes any sense. Maybe I'm just being weird. So yeah, here's the top 4 that seems to be the most popular based off this top 10s thing I saw. And, you know, I can't really pick either because I love all the Mario Kart 8 tracks. And these seem pretty good choices, so I will go through each one of them. Unsurprisingly, the track I was going to pick first also ends up being the most popular track, which is Mount Wario, which is basically an ice fest going all the way downhill from the top of a peak of a snowy mountain, all the way down to ski lifts, through a factory, and all sorts of other things, including with that. It doesn't really have any Wario theming, but Wario just puts his name on everything, I guess. Which seems to be the theme around these Wario tracks, which actually put a lot more Wario tracks than I thought. Wario Stadium, Wario Coliseum, Wario Shipyard, and now Mount Wario. But yeah, if they're bringing back any Mario Kart 8 track, it's probably going to be this one, since it seems to be the most popular, and it's popular for a reason. It's a pretty good, damn good track. And next track chosen is Shy Guy Falls. This track is really cool because the anti-gravity is a cool feature, but I don't really feel like I'm in it. I always forget that I'm actually in anti-gravity a lot of times. But this course really makes you feel like, oh crap, I'm actually going up and down a waterfall. That is cool. And yeah, Shy Guy Falls definitely is cool for that feature. Plus, all the Shy Guys working, going, wow. It's definitely a cool track. I don't know if I would put it as my personal choice, but it deserves a point because it is great. I mean, there's a lot of great Mario Kart 8 tracks, but this one seems to be pretty popular, and I can definitely see why. It definitely is very beautiful to look at, and the actually going up and down a waterfall is also really cool. Next up is Sunshine Airport, another popular one. Actually, all these are popular. I don't know what I'm talking about. This one, of course, you're going through an airport, which is based off Super Mario Sunshine, which I already mentioned is a game that I'm a big fan of. It's pretty cool to see representation, especially in Mario Kart 8. You would not expect to see a Sunshine-based level, but yeah, going through packing carriers and through planes and all this loading stuff and flying in the air is definitely really cool. I can definitely see why this one could come back. It's pretty cool. And the last course I'm adding based off what it seems to be the most popular, this might not be the most popular, but this is just what I saw on top 10s minus Big Blue, is Top Cruise. And personally, I might have picked Electrodrome and Dolphin Shoals, but I decided I was going to pick for Mario Kart 8 the ones that seem to be the most popular, since that seems to me make the most sense. Since, you know, they haven't really been returned in other games, so might as well pick the ones that people like the most. They're comfort courses. Top Cruise is pretty cool since it's loosely based on Mario Galaxy. It has some of the Galaxy, what is that course called? I don't remember off the top of my head, but it's a really amazing one that is great. And it works very well for this. As you go through clouds that have little stripes there, like they're part of the road. You go for an airship fortress, go for lightning strikes, and all this other stuff. It is super cool. And yeah, I wouldn't mind any of the main Mario Kart 8 tracks coming back. Other than maybe the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 8. That one kind of sucked. But, you know, other than that, Mario Kart 8 tracks are amazing. And I love them a lot. So yeah, that's it for every Mario Kart 8 track. And for the battle mode course, I'm going to pick Mario Kart Stadium. And I'm basically ignoring Mario Kart 8's original battle mode from the Wii U because that was just flat out awful. And yeah, I choose this course mostly because I think it's pretty simple, but also very unique with the anti-gravity mechanics. Oddly enough, we don't really see a Mario Kart Stadium battle tracks that often, and it kind of works very well. There's a lot of good ones they made for the deluxe version of Mario Kart. It definitely was one of the selling features for me buying Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or in fact playing Mario Kart 8 on the go, which is what I bought it Switch for back when it came out. But yeah, this course is definitely pretty cool, though I definitely see other courses maybe a little better than this one, but for how simple and how well it works, that's why I would choose the Mario Kart Stadium as my choice for Mario Kart 8's battle track. And that is pretty much every Mario Kart track picked. I don't know. What do you guys think of what I chose? You disagree? You agree? Let's see what happens when Mario Kart 9 comes out. Thank you for watching me ramble about Mario Kart for however long this video is. I do love this franchise, and I do plan on at one point doing a whole retrospective of the series, maybe doing a whole review of each of the games, but I got other stuff on my plate right now for video reviews and stuff like that, so it might not come anytime soon, but hey, let me know if you'd like to see that in the comment section down below. And what do you think of the rankings? And what Mario Kart tracks would you like to see come back? Or what characters you like to see? I don't know what character I'd like to see, actually. I'd like to see all the returning characters. My personal favorite's Wiggler, and he was brought back in this booster course, which I'm a big fan of. And I like Yoshi, too, and Waluigi, and all the other crazy-ass characters, too. So, I don't know. As long as they bring back most of the characters from the booster cast, I'll be fine. Have some Donkey Kong characters in the mix, that'd be fun. And yeah, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section down below. I know you guys probably want Funky Kong back, because who doesn't? But yeah, for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied, and, well, for the characters, I mean, I won't be, never mind, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, let's go and talk about what courses you would like to see come back, and what courses you think might most possibly come back, and if I'm wrong about anything, which I usually am wrong. I know, I have some bias here. I Try to be fair, but sometimes a bias comes through. I know I've been rambling for too long. I should end this video right now, and I will once babies cross the finish line. Thank you for watching.